Hey everyone, I hope you're all doing great. You all must have come across the news of the crash of Airbus A320 in Pakistan. This crash has given birth to many concerns and suspicions related to PIA. Why Pakistan International Airlines don't check the technical issues of the Airbus? Was the pilot unqualified and incompetent? Did this crash happen as a result of corruption in the company? This incident has clearly shaken everyone around Pakistan. It also tarnished the image of PIA, and the company lost the belief of people in them. This incident happened before EID. The passengers were traveling to Karachi to meet their loved ones after a long time. Their eyes were longing to see their city, but unfortunately their desire was not fulfilled as the plane crashed a few minutes before landing. Before we dig deep into this incident, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and click on the bell icon for more interesting videos. Let's dig into the video of how the Airbus A320 crashed. The company, which hasn't made a profit since 2004, asked the government for more financial support in March. PIA company had a very fragile strength when it came to their assets. The pandemic added insult to the injury because due to the cancellation of flights, the company was facing a downfall. All international and domestic flights were suspended because of the outspread of coronavirus. But signs of a recovery were in sight as the country began emerging from a 2-month lockdown. As PIA resumed domestic flights in the middle of May, they started the flights while entertaining 20% of the passengers while considering the standard operating procedures for coronavirus. Globally, airline safety had improved in 2019, with an accident rate of 1 per every 884,000 flights compared with an average of 640,000 flights from 2014 to 2018, according to the International Air Transport Association. It is also said by the association that the Pakistan crash comes at a terrible time for airlines, which are staring at a $314 billion loss in ticket sales this year, as the coronavirus outbreak idles 70% of global capacity. Things to know about the Airbus 320. The Airbus A320-214 airliner was registered as APBLD that was carrying passengers from Lahore to Pakistan. This narrow-body jet first entered operation in 2004 and since 2014 has been operated by PIA. The 15-year-old Airbus crashed on Friday, May 22, 2020, upon landing near Jinnah International Airport, Karachi. According to Aviation Safety Network records, the airline, established in 1946, experienced as many as 51 safety-related accidents before Friday's crash. What happened to the Airbus 320? As per the record of Civil Aviation Authority, the flight PK-8303 from Lahore was carrying 91 passengers and 8 crew. According to a recording from the liveatc.net, the pilot was heard showing distress, and he said to the controller when it was about to land that, "Sir, we have lost engines." And he also said, "Mayday, Mayday," in his language. The state carrier spokesman Abdullah H. Khan informed in a video statement that the last we heard from the pilot was that he had some technical problem. Furthermore, another civil official added that the pilot was told that he could land at the Karachi airports. He was told that both the runways were ready, but he took a circle and gave a mayday call before the crash. After that, the pilot lost the control over the engine and the plane fell down. The incident was explained by the spectators, so let's know what they said. An eyewitness, Shakil Ahmed, who was near to the site and a few kilometers far away from the airport, said that the airplane first hit a mobile tower and crashed over houses. A survivor of the incident, who was sitting in the 8th row, said that there was fire everywhere and everyone was screaming after the crash. I opened my seatbelt and headed towards the light. Airbus fell in the residential area of Karachi. Afterwards, at the scene where flight PK-8303 descended, smoke billowed. Some roofs were caved in, and the destroyed parts of the Airbus lay scattered in the streets. The luggage of the passengers and the bodies were all also scattered overall. The ambulances raced to reach out to the chaotic crowds of people. 97 passengers passed away in the incident, and only 2 survived with injuries. 8 people on the ground were also injured in the accident, and one of them later died from her injuries. The Eddy Foundation, Pakistan Army, firefighters, and other organizations helped out people. Ahmed Eddy, the spokesman for rescue agency Eddy, mentioned that the plane damaged as many as 20 houses in the crash. A melancholy spread all over the country, and the families of the deceased were rueful on choosing PIA for traveling. This incident put PIA in the problem. Investigations began to address the reasons behind the crash. The Prime Minister of Pakistan also condemned the incident as he said in his tweet, "Shocked and saddened by the PIA crash. I'm in touch with PIA CIO Arshad Malik, who has left for Karachi with the rescue and relief teams on ground as this is the priority right now. Right after the incident, PIA representative made a statement on Facebook that said, "Preliminary reports revealed that it was an uneventful flight up until final approach, when the pilot contacted air traffic controller and gave arrival report with everything normal. On short of landing, aircraft reported technical fault and informed that it was proceeding back. Shortly after that, contact was lost and later it was reported crashed." What could be the likelihood of a crash? The possibilities were proposed by Aviation Herald, who posted the pictures of the crashed Airbus on their website. They said that the plane, after its initial attempt at landing, appeared to show damage to the underside of both engines. Besides this, the former head of accident investigations at the U.S. Federal Aviation Administration proposed that one possibility is that the plane ran out of fuel while attempting to circle back to the runway to land. He also mentioned that the plane clearly had enough power to climb again, so the engines were working in spite of any damage they may have sustained. What does the investigation say? PIA said in a press release on May 26 that technically sound and all aircraft are checked and cleared by engineering before flight departures. They clearly said that it was just an unfortunate incident, and no fault or discrepancy can be associated with PIA. In another statement, the PIA CIO, Arshad Malik, requested media not to rely on speculations made by some self-acclaimed aviation experts at this time of grief and sorrow, and that inquiry will be held in due course by the Independent Investigation Board, constituted by the government of Pakistan, to ascertain the cause of the accident. For the in-depth and unbiased investigations, the government of Pakistan assigned the task to Aircraft Accident Investigation Board to do an investigation of the crash as an independent board, with completing a preliminary report by September. British European Airways also showed their support to the AAIB and announced that they are accredited representatives on their Twitter. They said that the aircraft's cockpit voice recorder still has not been recovered. In the Khalij Times, it was reported that the Pakistan's Minister for Civil Aviation, Ghulam Sarwar Khan, said that the pilot and the ATC did not follow the procedure. The plane was 100% okay, and the pilot was overconfident. Let us know in the comments what you think about this statement of the minister. Was he trying to cover up the technical flaws of PIA? In further inquiry, a new conspiracy about PIA was revealed that out of the total 860 pilots in Pakistan, 262 pilots did not sit for the exams. Someone else sat in the exams for them, he claimed. Based on this, the minister said 40% of the licenses are fake and the pilots don't have the required flying experience. He ordered for the further inquiry about the credibility of the pilots and said that some of the pilots have also challenged these notices in court. Thus far, 9 pilots have confessed to holding fake degrees, he claimed. This was all about the Airbus A320 crash. I hope you liked our video. Please give it a thumbs up, and also don't forget to subscribe to this channel if you're interested in stories like this. See you next time.